Hello, I'm back. So, I really loved that boss fight against Genichiro, and I really loved the cutscenes, and generally I'm just quite excited to be playing again. I really feel like that gave me a new, slightly different level of excitement for this game. For a few reasons, really. Firstly, I really enjoyed using my umbrella, but also it sort of... I have several questions now off the back of what just happened. And some of them are just plot questions, some of them are ethical questions. I've got questions like, Emma, what's her relationship with Genichiro? I'm kind of assuming that she has followed in her... I'm assuming that Dogen worked for Ishin, and that Emma has sort of followed in Dogen's footsteps, and that Genichiro has followed in Ishin's footsteps, well, entered his post. And so Emma sort of by default is working for Genichiro, but that she's kind of loyal to Kuro and wants to, I guess, stop. I'm not sure. But that's a question mark for me. I wonder whether we'll find out when we speak to her. I had questions about Ishin generally. So he's Genichiro's grandfather, I think. And so I'm wondering, is it the sort of classic film situation where a king goes sort of frail and unable to rule anymore, and his post is taken over by a slightly more evil family member? I'm not sure. I'm assuming that Genichiro, in some kind of potentially shady way, has prolonged Ishin's life, but I'm not really sure. Because Emma called it a miracle and he was like, maybe. So that's something to watch out for. Another thing that excited me was finding out a little bit more about the characters generally. So the relationship between me, Sekiro, and Kuro was quite cool. I guess it started in the beginning, when it was clear that there was a definite level of trust and that I was working for him, but by this point it's become really clear that there's a lot of love and a lot of trust going around in this relationship. Kuro, I'm not 100% sure on this, so I'm sorry if this is pretty silly, but when I was on the staircase and I was looking at the remnants, Kuro spoke to me, and I'm assuming I wasn't there for that at the time, that he's speaking to me sort of in the present, saying I'm going to use this whistle because he knows that I'm going to come for him. We have that secret reed whistle signal, and then my character's obviously hugely protective of Kuro. I really love the bit in the cutscene where Kuro's like, he'll come for me, he's my shinobi, and then Sekiro just drops down and is like, I got this. That was really cool. And then there's just the ethics of it all. So Genichiro seems pretty consequentialist in a way that sort of reminds me of villains like Thanos. For example, he's got arguably pretty good goals. He wants to, Thanos wants to save the universe, really. Genichiro wants to save Ashina, but the way that they go about those goals is pretty brutal, and they'll essentially do whatever it takes. Whereas Kuro, I don't quite know where to place him yet. I initially thought he seemed quite a deontologist almost. He seemed he's interested in the actions themselves and in their inherent morality, or say the morality or the holiness perhaps of the state of being, over and above sort of the consequences of it. So whereas Genichiro, is wholly interested in saving Ashina, so he says, Kuro is far more interested in sort of the monster that it will make him, and in the sort of personal consequences to himself, or the personal ethics of it all. But I don't know. I've been reconsidering because I'm assuming that Kuro is the one who made me immortal. Not really sure. But, so I don't know whether he's either changed his mind about the ethics of the immortality, or whether perhaps it's more a case of he's not per se 100% against the Dragon's Blood heritage, or whatever it's called, but he's worried about the personal effect on Genichiro, and that he'll become a tyrant, and that will perhaps be worse for Ashina than invasion would be. So I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm hoping that we find out more. And then, finally, I was thinking about my character. Obviously, I'm in some way agreeing with Kuro. In one of the cutscenes, I call Genichiro a heretic, things like that. I seem quite sort of in line with Kuro, but also my shinobi code is defend Kuro. If he's stolen, take him back at any cost. And that's pretty similar to Genichiro's sort of personal code, which is, keep Ashina strong. If she gets invaded, defend her at any cost. And we're both using immortality to achieve that goal. And so in some ways we seem kind of parallel. But obviously we're heading in opposite directions in terms of, we're pulling against each other. So yeah, I feel like this game is posing some ethical problems. And I'm actually really excited to see how it goes. This is my favourite kind of villain. It's the type who has a principle and actually can make a case for what they're doing, and who forces the protagonist to change in some way or to reevaluate their mindset, and who forces the audience to do the same thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not sure if there are going to be some difficult decisions to make later down the line. I'm not sure what my relationship with Kuro is going to look like by the end. But yeah, I think it just really excited me. And apart from the spectacle of the thing, I really enjoyed the cutscenes and the music, and it was all just very dramatic. And the fight was great. But yeah, I'm really interested in this ethics, and I'm interested in these relationships that are sort of unfolding. And so after that long spiel, I'm gonna continue on my way. So let's go and speak to Anna.
At long last, I've managed to fulfill my master's orders. I give you my thanks.
Who exactly do you serve?
Isshin Ashina. I am a doctor in the service of Lord Isshin.
Why were you ordered to help me?
Lord Isshin has no desire to use the power of the dragon's heritage. That is why he
tried to help Lord Kuro escape Ashina.
Correct.
The message I found in the well, that was your doing?
Also correct. My duties have concluded. But there's someone I think you'd like to see. Lord Kuro is downstairs.
Oh, cool. So she's like a double agent. And that's answered my question about Isshin, sort of where he stands on the whole thing. I hope that she's still going to be at the dilapidated temple to help me. I assume she will be. Okay, lovely. Let's head down and see Kuro. I'm hoping this is going to be a beautiful reunion.
I have come for you, my lord.
Yes, you did well to come here.
Let us go. We must leave Ashina.
Wolf, my blood. The blood of the dragon causes men to become undying. The same goes for you.
Yes, my lord.
I wished to save you. I'm sure that I would do the same thing given another chance. However, undying begets stagnation. The immortal oath, the rejuvenating waters, the dragon rot, they all corrupt men to the point that they no longer live as men. I wish to sever the chains of stagnation bred by the dragon's heritage. Wolf, will you help me achieve this aim?
You know what? This is totally like, I really wish I hadn't forgotten to mention this, but I was speculating just before starting the session whether one of the decisions I might have to make would be to sort of destroy this immortality in everyone. It's very Dark Souls-esque, I guess, in some ways. But I wish I'd remembered to say that, so I don't look like I'm just making it up, just so I can look smart in front of Jamie. But yeah, okay, so I've got help Kuro to defeat to do the thing he just said, break the immortality thingy. Or I've got obey the Iron Code, protect Kuro. Okay, so how does helping Kuro mean I can't protect him? Is that because he will die? I guess. Oh. Alright. What kind of person do I want to be, guys? I think so far I've been enjoying being a bit of a renegade. I think I'm gonna help Kuro because that feels like the renegade kind of action. Also, I want to say I've been told on one of my comments that the surgeon, the place where I sent the big man that I met, is a torture place. Now, I suspected it was not a nice place to go, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm a little concerned to hear that it's torture. So I'm feeling a bit guilty about that, to be honest, and I've decided to turn over a new leaf. And yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see how that man fares. But yeah, okay. I think what I'm gonna do is help Kuro. Yeah.
Father, I cannot break the Iron Code.
Why did you give me the choice if I didn't really have a choice? Wait, let's see that again.
I cannot break the Iron Code.
Huh?
I cannot. To protect you, the divine heir. That was the duty my father entrusted to me.
How many times have you died and come back to life for my sake? 2, 3 times? Or perhaps a number so large that it cannot be counted?
As it was for the purpose of defending my lord, the number does not matter.
I do not wish to bind you to an eternity of undeath. Wolf, join me in my quest to sever the ties of immortality.
As you wish.
Thank you, loyal Wolf.
Did I not get a choice at all there? That felt a bit disingenuous. That I really like how he knelt down there, and we were both kneeling down. It's like we're both serving each other, like we're now friends in some way. So I guess the Iron Code, I wonder if that meant I couldn't protect Kuro because it meant I was going to die. That makes some sense, given that Kuro's still a child. Right, I'm going to talk to him again, see if he says anything else.
If we are seeking to sever the immortal ties, I know a good place to start. Wolf, look at this.
Immortal Severance Text. A book from Kuro on the art of severing ties with the dragon's heritage. It looks old. The binding is torn, and several pages are missing. Herein describes the means to perform the rite of immortal severance. Beyond the Fountainhead Palace, locate the sanctuary and imbibe the tears of the holy dragon of the divine realm. Imbibe the tears of the holy dragon of the divine realm. Cool. The Fountainhead Palace. Is that where all of these balloons come from? The imbued with Fountainhead water, I think it said. This seems like a religious place. So I wonder if I'm not sure, maybe it's linked to this MP temple or something? Anyway, cool, so Fountainhead Palace, gotcha.
It's an ancient record that was kept in Ashina Castle.
Sacred dragon tears from the divine realm.
Yes, it is my belief that with the dragon tears, it may be possible to sever the dragon's heritage.
But the divine realm? How do we...
I know. Wolf, that incense burner over there, it belonged to a person of interest. Take a look.
The incense burner. Alright, I'm just gonna commune first, I guess. Because I might forget to do that otherwise. Right, so, incense burner. Gotcha.
Is there something special about it?
I'm told that long ago, there was another divine heir living here in Ashina Castle. His name was Lord Takeru. This incense burner belonged to him.
Where is he now?
He died a long time ago, apparently. Wrapped in the aroma of the fountainhead, I returned to the divine realm. Those are supposedly the words he left behind.
You're saying the scent of the fountainhead is the key to reaching the divine realm?
That is my belief. Wolf, let us discover the truth together.
Oh boy, that was a bit over my head, to be honest. I'm not very good at piecing together. I'm terrible at watching films. I'm constantly asking questions. Oh, I can't look at it again. It takes me a while to figure out what's going on. Oops. But I need to... Okay, the scent helps us to travel to the divine realm.
Now, as to how we begin our search, I am certain some of Lord Takeru's books remain in this castle. Books that he collected in order to find the divine realm. I will search for them.
In addition to finding a way to reach the divine realm, might we also look into how we might sever the immortal ties?
A fine suggestion. Talk to Ishi. If anyone knows the answer, it is him. Wolf, come with me.
Cool. Just a sec. Okay. Come with him, he said, right?
Lord Ishin is not within this castle citadel. I'm told he is recuperating in one of these watchtowers. However, the path to his watchtower is closed. His health is a little...
How do I get in?
On the roof. There's a path patrolled by the Nightjar Ninja. It's intended for shinobi, but I imagine that won't be a problem for you.
I've heard the Nightjar use smoke signals as landmarks.
Yes, so if you follow their smoke signals, you should be able to reach Lord Ishin, and you can use this window to reach the roof.
Use this window, you say?
Find Lord Ishin, and ask if he knows how we might sever the ties of immortality. He's recuperating in one of the watchtowers outside this castle keep. Reach the roof from that open window, then follow the Nightjar smoke signals. I entrust this task to you.
Oh boy, alright.
Find Lord Ishin. He's recuperating. Reach the roof from that open
He's in
window.
a tower.
Then follow the Nightjar smoke signals.
Get onto this roof. Follow the Nightjar smoke signals. Till I find the tower. So I got some scrap magnetite. just hug this wall for the giggles. Is there anything else in this room that I need to watch out for? This could be a door. Oh my. This is leading somewhere? I don't know if... Cool! This is that door that I was struggling with. Well, the door that I came across the first time I was there. Awesome. Right, that's fun. Gosh, it would have really saved me a lot of time if this wall was openable from the other side. Okay. So, here's the window that I guess I can open. Just gonna make sure I am not neglecting anything else. I guess that is where I've already been. Yeah, there's Emma. Wonder if she says anything new to me now.
My lord is not in this castle keep, but Lord Ishin is not well. Which is why entry into his tower is not allowed.
Right by me.
My lord is not, but Lord...
Okay, well. Let's head through this window. See you later, Kuro. Okay, so I need to follow these signals until they take me to a tower. And I guess I'm gonna start getting bombarded by those annoying Nightjar ninjas again. But okay, so is this tower like really close, or is it just one of these tall things over here? Well, I guess I may just take a look around each one. Some Gachin sugar. I wonder if I just missed that earlier. Oh, hello. Is that? He's old.
About the Divine Heir's life,
Yes?
there is something I wish to ask.
Before that, sake.
What?
You earned. Take it.
Thanks, bro. Unrefined sake. Drink meant for sharing. Has a rich full body flavour. Has a reputation for getting one too drunk too quickly.
My grandson, Genichiro, was bewitched by the rejuvenating waters. You did well to put a stop to that for me. You have my thanks.
I merely followed the code my father taught me.
Ah, the Iron Code of the Shinobi. I see. So you're the son of Owl. That boy he found during the rebellion.
Yes.
And your travels brought you here. The bonds that tie us are so deeply amusing. Don't you think, Sekiro?
You're...
So what do you wish to know?
Oh. Hey, I can give him the sake you just gave me. I wonder what's the purpose of that.
The Divine Heir's desire is to sever the ties of immortality. I want to know how it can be done.
The Mortal Blade. If you had such a weapon, it may be the key to what you are after.
The Mortal Blade?
With it, you could kill one who cannot die through normal means.
I don't want to
One
kill
who
Kuro.
cannot die.
The infested, I believe they're called. I've not seen one before, but it said you could stab them through the heart, or remove their head, and they wouldn't die. If the stories are true, they'd surely be quite fearsome. To kill a monster such as that, you'd need the mortal blade.
I mean, I wouldn't call Hanbei a monster.
Where is this mortal blade?
I've heard it's held in Senpo Temple. However, they say the mortal blade cannot be drawn.
What do you mean?
I am not certain of the meaning. It's just hearsay. The gates to that temple are closed now, though. Who knows what those degenerates are doing shut away up there in the mountains. There aren't any decent roads leading there.
How do I get there?
The abandoned dungeon just outside of Ashina Castle. If you can pass through its waterways, you should find your way. I've heard
Say
the
what?
mortal blade. However, they say there aren't any decent roads. Abandoned. If you can pass through its waterways. I've heard. They say there aren't any decent roads. The abandoned dungeon just
The
outside of
abandoned
Ashina.
dungeon.
If you can pass through it.
Cool. And then, do I give him the drink? He seems like an important man. Ah, this drink system. I feel like I don't fully understand it yet. I'm gonna... I don't know. Should I be investing all my drinks into one person? Or should I be sowing my seed liberally? Let's give him the drink. Although he just gave it to me, so that feels a bit silly, but...
Here.
Are you offering me the sake I gave you? Fine. I'll take it. That's the stuff. By the way, how was Ganishiro?
What do you mean?
You two crossed blades, did you not?
To put it simply, he was strong, and he had unusual techniques.
I see.
What exactly is the lightning of Tomoe?
That, it's a technique belonging to Genichiro's mentor. I'll wager it was quite the sight.
His mentor?
Tomoe. There aren't many masters of the sword like her. To see her fight, it's like she's dancing. When you look into her eyes, you feel as if you're being drawn into the depths of the ocean. I was completely taken by her, and it almost killed me. I've lived a long life, but that was the closest I've come to death.
I like this guy. Alright.
You're leaving, Sekiro. Severing immortality. That will be quite the battle. And in battle, the plans and desires of those involved churn endlessly. If you hesitate, you'll be swept away.
And lose the battle.
That's right. Best you keep it in mind. Sekiro, hesitate, and you lose.
Ooh. He doesn't know me at all. I cannot make decisions. Just give my game a sec to catch up. Or not. Cool, well, I'm leaving it there. And I will see you pretty shortly